2. Question number 2 is about the cumulative interpersonal violence inventory, and the information that's provided in Table 1 is used to compute the total number of violent or nonviolent traumas that are encountered by each participant over their lifetime. So essentially, for this table here, and what I would have done is I would have printed the page just so that I could easily collect the data or know which variables to add together. So for the violent traumas and the nonviolent traumas, then I would simply make note of which variables belong to which subscale, and then essentially just create my variable using that list in front of me. So for this one, all I was looking for you to do was to go to transform and to compute, and I was looking for you to essentially just copy and paste your label and continue. And then under all, which you should have seen before from your SPSS survival manual, you should have seen that you would simply click on the sum value, and that you would begin with the variable combat. So if you're looking at the list, we have combat, and then we always need a comma afterwards, and then peacekeeper, and we need a comma after that. And we'll just go down, civilian in a war zone. Civilian in a war zone. And then civilian persecution and a comma. Make sure you have all the commas. And then assaulted or beaten up, stalked, and a comma. And then kidnapped and rape. And you see that there's a pattern to the data after a while. Sexual assault, witness IPV. And you just continue down. Childhood physical abuse, childhood emotional abuse, childhood sexual abuse, intimate partner violence, physical and sexual, and then intimate partner violence, non-physical. And then you just delete that question mark at the end, and I think we have everything. So we choose to paste it, and then if we go into our syntax window, we can essentially highlight the syntax, and then we just run it by clicking on there. Now if we go back to the original file then, and we look under variable view, at the very end should be our new variable. And so that is essentially all that I wanted you to do for that question. Now you're also asked to create the variable nonviolent, and so if I copy that name and then I go back to the data set, then I also go compute. And here I just change the value to change the label, and then I say continue, and then what I usually do is, rather than go through the whole thing again, I simply delete what's there. And then in this case, the variables that are associated with the non-violent traumas are at the very bottom, and so you could easily locate them using the data view in order to figure out. So natural disaster, auto accident, other accident, and life-threatening illness. And essentially paste it again and go to your syntax window. And then also here you are running them. So again, if you go to your file, you'll see that at the very end there is nonviolent traumas now as a total score. So the next question that